I live in America, and, you know, we're told certain things, and I want those things that I was fucking told. What the fuck is so hard to understand? Why do I live in a zombie apocalypse full of zombies? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is wrong with people? If you don't see it, then there's something wrong with you. Seriously. There is something wrong with people. And if you don't see it, then you're just part of the fucking problem. Yeah, I guess you don't get that. I don't know. Fuck. So I'll just tell you what's up right now. I want to be free from tyranny. I want to be free from stupid people as well. Stupid people have their own tyranny. And then there's a different form of tyranny, which is called just real fucking psychopath tyranny. And you're ignorant to all of it. Because that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I want to be free of ignorant people. I want to be free of everything. I don't want to smoke. I don't want smoking controlling my life. Somebody works at a place that makes these. Does that make it right? There's Chinese people or whatever. They work in Apple factories making you Apple products that you use. And it's like, you know, people are vegetarians. They don't eat meat because they think it's bad. But, you know, they'll go get an iPhone that, you know, somebody might have lost their fingers and their life to make that for you, and that's okay, you know, but it's not okay to eat meat. No, I think, you know, that's too much for you there, you know. You know, I need to dumb this down a little bit so even those dumb fucks that I'm talking about understand. I'm done with anything that controls my life, this or that, or dumb people. I like people and I like stuff. I don't like people that try to control me in every aspect of my life and tell me how to breathe and when to talk and if it's okay that I blink and use the bathroom right now. I'm not in a prison right now. If I went to prison, I would expect that. And that would just, that's how it is. And you don't have any rights in prison. I'm not in prison right now, as far as I know. You know, but that's the thing, we are in prison, and we don't even fucking know it. It's a big, gigantic world fucking prison, or whatever. That's what, it's this big, gigantic fucking prison, full of brain-dead lemming zombies. And I'm done with it. I'm done with that. Do you get that in your head? You know, your fucking brain, does your brain understand I'm done with you? That doesn't mean that I'm violent. That means I want to step away. Step away. That's very non-violent. Like, I want to run the fuck away from you. I want to run away. Like, if you were in prison and you just wanted to run away from prison, or if you were in a foster home or something and you had really bad molesting foster parents and you just wanted to fucking run away, you know? I just feel like that. I feel like that's non-violent. So these people are trying to say I'm violent and I'm crazy, and that's, even Alex Jones talks about that. He's like, if you can think you're a violent extremist, conspiracy theorist, and I mean, you know, I don't trust Alex Jones, you know, for the most part, but I like what he says, you know. There's truth in that disinfo, you know. He is controlled opposition, and so what? You know, he's got to be damn good controlled opposition, because the truth is a fucking multi-universal language that can, you know, is very convincing at times, or whatever, deceiving. You know, but that don't mean I think he's all bad. Maybe he's half sold out, because he has to be up there, you know. He's got to pay a piper off or whatever, you know. I was looking at my thing. There's just so much. I feel like I'm Alice in Wonderland, and everybody's trying to control me, but I'm not a girl. It should be called Aaron in Wonderland. you know. And it's like, I guess the same applies to women, you know. Edward Bernays said he was going to fucking brainwash women, that cigarettes were freedom sticks and gave women their own penises, or whatever. It's like, I already have a penis. The fuck do I need cigarettes for? You know. Edward Bernays would manipulate the minds of women. He said if you could control women, the man will follow, or whatever. You control them all, and then you can control the man, or whatever, because you know, he thought it was the man you had to control, and he had trouble doing it, because men are strong and smart. So he thought, I'll get the women, why I still can, and manipulate the women. So it's like, you know, that's a big reason why women are, this is not sexist, by the way. I'm not against women. I don't think they're bad. I'm not chauvinistic. You know, I know I am a male, and I think other males are bad too. You know, that's why women get a bonus check for driving at the end of the year or whatever. And how people say women are bad drivers, but statistically they're actually not. And it's like, well, what it is men fuck around with their better driving skills. Women are more kind of, you know, like normal when it comes, like they're not going to do a big burnout just for fun and smoke their tires in the street like a guy would do, and then a guy might wreck doing that, horsing around, you know. So it's like men horse around, you know. Women are just, you know, they might burn out in the middle of the street and they didn't mean it. You know, they just didn't know how to drive all that well. So it's a little different, you know. And it's not against women at all. It really isn't. You know, some of this has some humor in it if you can just kind of accept that. It, you know, I'm not against any race, sex, religion, ideology, you know, any of this. You know, I'm against an ideology that wants to control me. If somebody comes to me and says, you better do what I say or God's going to kill you, I'm going to say, fuck you, you're trying to control me. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Your indoctrination is not allowed to, you can be indoctrinated as much as you want. Just don't fucking indoctrinate me. That's all. You can be gay. Just don't try to fuck me. You know, I don't care. You know. And that's the thing, like, I don't care about gay people, but they try to fuck me, I'm going to get pissed off at gay people, if, you know. But what do you say when you say gay people have been manipulated, you know? Seriously, indoctrinated. Like, what if you were indoctrinated to be gay? What if you were indoctrinated to be Christian? What if you were indoctrinated to be a woman and to dress the way you do, or whatever, which is I'm sure it's based off of normal natural instincts, but they manipulate that and bring it to its most extreme form where it becomes a fantasy. And it's like, so am I living in a fantasy because I don't want to be controlled, because someone tries to indoctrinate me or persuade me and do it with not good measures? They lie, cheat, steal, hurt, intimidate, troll. They use gaslighting tactics. They stalk you. They hire police to pull you over and all kinds of shit, which, you know, I don't put a lot of thought into that necessarily, because I just figure, well, you know, maybe I did something wrong, or, well, you know, I don't really do anything wrong, so that's why I say just whatever. I kind of put up with it and get on with my life, and I think, you know, you don't want to do too much of that. You don't want to tolerate tyranny too much. You do need to fight back a little bit, in a way. And you know, this right here, this is the only way I have to fight back. You know, and it sucks, and I'm tired of being suppressed. And you know, I'm sure there's some better words for that. I forgot them, but it doesn't matter. Maybe that was a good word. I mean, I get it as a word, but. You can't deny the fact Edward Bernays was really manipulating women. You can call me sexist all you want and that I'm a chauvinistic pig, but you dumb motherfuckers, I swear to fucking God, Edward Bernays was a real motherfucker, and he did brainwash women. And I'm not saying that's what I want to fucking do. I'm not saying brainwash women. I'm saying don't brainwash women. I'm trying to protect you. How are you saying that I'm a bad person? Because I'm worried about you. That's how I know. Fuck it, you know. I like Edward Bernays. Because who gives a fuck what happens to you people? I tried to show you something smart and intelligent, and you fucking shat on me, so fuck you. Let Edward Bernays brainwash you and turn you all into a bunch of brain-dead fucking retards. I'll fucking pay the Pied Piper. I am the fucking Pied Piper. Fuck you. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just tired of it. But I don't think it's going to quit. But I would say, like, you know, I feel like I've had people tell me, I don't really know, because people, they don't make sense half the time anyways. And that's because I'm not making sense of what they're saying. They're just dumb. Okay, they don't. That's why I ask people, I'm like, so what's your point? I don't have one. Well, then fuck you. Yeah. Because I do got a point. And the point is, just because you accept tyranny doesn't mean that I will. If you accept tyranny and you demand that I accept the same type of tyranny, why? Just because you accept a certain way and you live a certain way, why do you demand the same lifestyle? That is tyranny, by the way. And so you don't even know that. You don't even know that you've kind of accepted this tyranny, and it's because you're ignorant and you love the tyranny. You feel like you're a part of it. You feel like you are an American because you've accepted all the American tyranny. And it's like, I don't really think that's actually what makes us American. I think what makes us American is we're free, and we don't have to accept tyranny. So these people are really living in ignorance, a serious, hardcore tyranny, ignorance of death. It's a culture of death. And I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want people to sit there and say, I have to be a part of your death culture. I'm not. I'm not a part of that. Just like George Carlin said, it's almost like I'm not fucking human or something. No, what it is they're not fucking human, because human people don't fucking do that. They're fucking reptilians. Humans are creative. And people tell me, oh, I'm not a robot, or they're not a robot, because they have creativity. Like, no, this is creativity. I grew a beard. I'm not a fucking clone. You know, that's creativity. Your creativity is through being as domesticated and docile and apathetic or subservient. Like, you think subserviism is creativity. And it's like, it's total fucking bullshit. That's why I'm so done with it. You know, that doesn't mean I'm violent. That means I want out of it. I want out of it. I'm not gonna, and I don't want to change you. You know, be different. Be a lemming. Be a zombie. I don't care. I like that. That's what America's about. But don't try to change me. I'm not gonna do any fucking thing you said. And that, no. You know, now you're just going to say, I know how your fucking brain works. You're just going to say, oh, I never told you to do anything. You're so fucking full of shit. It's unbelievable. And that's actually kind of funny. That's how full of shit you are. As one minute you'll tell me to do something and then say, no, you didn't try to do that. That is so fucking stupid. I'm just saying. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Is he talking to me? Yeah, that's why I made this video. I'm tired of everybody's shit. They're all dumb fucking lemming zombies. I don't care. I'm tired of them trying to control me and telling me what to do and surrounding me, and they're everywhere. You know, let them live their fucking lives. I don't want to change that. Leave me the fuck alone. Seriously, this is a big prison full of lemming zombies that are like trying to control me. And I'm not even fucking around in the slightest bit. I'm not crazy in the least bit. You know, I'm tired of being falsely accused of things that I'm not. I'm tired of being called that I'm crazy because I actually have creativity, you know, or that I'm different. No, I should, you know, be a fucking clone just like you. And you're in denial about it. You're a hypocrite in denial. And while you're doing it, you don't even know you're doing it. And so you're just going to deny that it's even happening. And that's to your ignorance. You're always going to revert back to your ignorance and say, well, I didn't know. And not only is that a good strategy, but at what point, you know, are you lying, and is it a strategy and you're just ignorant and you're just going to keep pretending that you're ignorant as a form of strategy to keep up the fucking illusion that you're just fucking retarded or something? You know, that's kind of smart, you know. Acting stupid all the time is kind of smart, you know, and I can definitely see why you do it, you know. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to act stupid because it works for you or whatever, you know. What works for you may not work for me. And you know, I don't know what the fuck your problem is, but I don't have the same fucking problem. I don't think ignorance is fucking strength. And I'm not going to use my ignorance as any form of strength. That's not my strong point. My ignorance is not my strong point. And it never is. I can't use that as a tool of leverage to fucking do what you do. I'm not. That's why I'm saying I'm done with everything that you fucking have. All your corruption and your bullshit. I'm fucking done with it. Even though you deny it and say it doesn't exist and say that I'm crazy and use gaslighting tactics on me. I'm done with the gaslighting tactics. I'm done with you. I'm done with all your shit. I'm done with everything. I'm done with everybody. And the second that they can come over and revert to my side and say, yeah, you know, I'm with Aaron. I'm not like that. Then fine. Then we can be Americans, and then we can be people, and then we can have creativity, and then we can not be robots. But until then, you're just going to use your manipulation to just argue about it, because you don't want to actually be exposed, and you don't want me to you don't want me to actually leave and leave your control and your tyranny over me. You want me to stay here and debate about it. There's no debate, you know. I'm not going to submit to tyranny, no matter if it's part of a democracy or if people vote to be destroyed. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to compromise. I am not going to compromise anything ever at all, period. End of story. Fuck you. Get out of my life. That's it. It's over. You know, join this side or fuck off, basically. You know. Which is kind of funny, but whatever. I mean, you're a brain-dead zombie. What the fuck do I care what you think? Oh my God, you thought about what I just said and you didn't like it? Oh my God, this is new from something that has happened before, that you don't like something that I fucking said. Oh wow. Like, when are you ever going to like something that was created from my creativity and my independent thinking mind? Never, because you're a clone lemming zombie. The only thing you believe in is what the fucking TV regurgitates at you, and then that's what you do, is regurgitate. And if I'm not sitting there regurgitating like you, then you don't fucking like it. Well, fuck you. I'm not a fucking regurgitator, and I never have been, I never will be, for the most part. I'm a regurgitator of science and knowledge and facts and cool things. Why? Because that's the truth. You know, I might regurgitate Isaac Newton or something, you know, or whatever. Or I might use that as a baseline to understand more for me, you know, because that's where we are today. That's why we have less natural predators, because we have thought of a way to live longer and stronger. You think that was made by ignorance. It wasn't. Okay, we don't live longer and better and have more knowledge and stuff because we were stupid, ignorant, lemming zombies. You know, that's why this is not even about religion, you know. I mean, you would almost see, like, a lot of people say, well, I'm atheist and I'm against people that think like this. And that's, Christians believe in Christianity. It's like, no, it actually doesn't really have that much to do with lemmings, because, I mean, not lemmings, but religion, because they're lemmings. You know. And lemmings join religions, and then they're indoctrinated, and then they regurgitate, and they have no creativity, no thought of their own. The only creativity they have came from a book called the Bible. Well, who made that? Who had the creativity to make that? It doesn't matter, because they're all a bunch of brain-dead lemmings, and, you know, I guess that was actually offensive, and I'm just a bad person. I called everybody a brain-dead lemming zombie, and I'm just name-calling, you know. Not like I actually care about my friends that are brain-dead lemming zombies that try to fucking manipulate me or something like that. I like that. I like knowing that my friends are brain-dead lemming zombies. It's like, you know, that's all the more. Sometimes people tell me I can't wake up because I have a family and I gotta, you know, be asleep for them most of the time. And I'm like, no, if anything, you need to wake up. Wake your family up. Tell your family, I don't care, start them off younger the better, and tell them about the wickedness in this world. Don't tell them about the Easter Bunny and all that shit. I mean, don't strip their childhood away from them. But you can teach your kids right from wrong, and not have them living in a fantasy like you do, believing in fucking Easter bunnies and fucking shit. In a way, not that it's not, you know, it's not bad to have an imagination when you're young or whatever. I'm saying don't strip that from them, but at the same time, don't fucking dumb them down just because everybody else does, and you're just a brain-dead lemming zombie, you know. Teach them about the fucking world we live in, this dystopia society full of tyranny and brain-dead lemming zombies that want to fucking control you. They don't call them useful idiots for nothing. Ignorant, useful idiots. They're ignorant. They don't know that they're doing any wrong, because they're that ignorant. They're lemmings. You know, I mean, back in the day, they used to burn witches at the stake, and that's what lemmings do. I mean, they used to think witches would float because they were made of wood, and that was their logic. They had horrible, crazy bad logic. They couldn't make any sense of things. They didn't know fucking anything. They thought witches were made of wood and would float. You know, that nowadays we know, like, people can't be made of wood. You know, because witches don't fucking exist, you know. They used to call alchemists or something witches or something, and it's like nowadays we just call them chemists, and it's just called science. And people used to say, oh, wizards know magic words. It's like, well, no, now those words have meaning. Like, if I said, oh, I'm conditioning you, they'd be like, oh my god, he's going to use some magic trick on us. Well, nowadays it's just called science. And there's a science behind conditioning, too. like operant conditioning. I forget the doctor's name. It was on Big Bang Theory, you know. But just because I sit here and say I'm done with tyranny doesn't mean that tyranny's just going to give up. Oh, okay, Aaron says he's done, so we're just going to go ahead and give up now. You know, a lot of people think they're going to get bored fucking with you. A lot of people think, well, I don't do anything wrong, and they keep fucking with me, so they're going to eventually figure out that I don't do anything wrong, and they're going to stop bothering me. Well, that's the problem, is you're relying on your ignorance to protect you or something. I don't know how to put that. Okay, so they're psychopaths. They get off on doing this to you. They get off on controlling you. They get off on their tyranny. They get off on the pain and the suffering of others. And they're never going to quit. Never ever. Even if you love it, if you say, yes, I love pain, they're gonna be fascinated by that. And they're fascinated by the pain face you make. They're fascinated by if you showed love during it. They don't care. They're dumb. They're brain-dead lemmings that are actually psychopaths at this point. That's serious. Do you understand? You are dealing with psychopaths that get off on hurting others, and they don't care. They do it until they're dead, and then when they're dead, they go and they find something else to do it to. You know, like maybe they'll kill animals or whatever, and then they move up to people or whatever, and they would try to say, oh, this guy is a psychopath, or that guy is a psychopath, or I'm a psychopath. No, they're psychopaths. You know, they don't want to be exposed, and they want control, and they have a false sense of security. Psychopaths have a false sense of security because when psychopaths get free reign of this world, it's evolution at that point. Okay, the big fish eats the little fish, eats the smaller fish, and at that point we really are dealing with a type of evolution which, you know, I guess if you knew about Darwin you might understand a little bit. But Korn made a song called Evolution. Pearl Jam made a song called Do the Evolution. And it's called Evolution, but they were talking about de-evolution, but really what happens is we have no natural predators. So who are our natural predators? Psychopaths are our fucking natural predators. We are our natural predators. And the psychopaths, okay, think of Transylvania and Dracula, or Vaughn the Inhaler, Glad the Impaler, or whatever his name is. He would impale people and drink their blood. He was considered all the most crazy until another psychopath came along, killed him, and drank his blood in a more vicious and more crazy manner. And so the evolution of humans and lemmings and the Georgia Guidestones have always been through, like, the Pied Piper. And they don't, it's not necessarily about rats, because it is, and it's not about children or whatever, because the story I heard never had children in it. It was always about the rats. And the rats were lemmings. You know, so if you ever see a picture of a rat, or if that means lemming, like the Pied Piper or whatever. So if you see like pipes and rats, I'm sure you're going to know where that's going. You know what I mean? So if I started using the avatar of a rat, you know, other people that know about lemmings are going to know that my avatar is not necessarily of a rat, but it's of a lemming. If I had a picture of a sheep, you know, and I called people sheeple, they would kind of get where the fuck I was going with that they're lemmings. You know? You would think you would get that. I'm sure you kind of get the concept of that, but there's no fucking way you get that, dude. That's why I'm saying people might be sitting there going, you know, what is he talking about? I don't get it. Well, duh, you don't fucking get it. That's the whole point I'm trying to explain to you. And it's like, they're never going to get it. That's why I know. I don't try to wake people up. They're never going to get it. There's a certain point where you say, I've had it. I don't care if you get it. I'm done with you. Oh my God, that goes beyond my understanding. He's actually done with me. Could you imagine what that possibly means? I'm done with you. Have a nice day. I'm done with you. You can go now. I'm done with you. Have a nice day. Does that mean he wants me to stay? Yeah, he wants me to stay. That's why they're called brain dead lemmings. They're like, okay. They're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, brain-dead lemmings. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, brain-dead lemmings. They're just like, hi, guys. How are you? I'm a brain-dead lemming. Ha, 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 ha. And they're fucking out there, living in lemming fantasy land, and they think that's great. Oh, I'm depressed because I'm not a brain-dead lemming. I'm not like, ha ha ha, I live in fantasy land. Ha ha ha, ooh, I love puppy dogs and unicorns. Now, I guess a fag would be like that, but how would a brain-dead lemming that's not a fag act, I guess? Like, I'm just a brain-dead lemming. Either way, it's funny. Like, even Monty did that, the sheep thing. See, even Monty does the sheep thing. Fucking bastard. You know, I see right through that guy like a fucking firecracker on a window. He's just like, and that's it. That's all he's fucking got. Where's the final finale in that? Where's, you know, when I go to a fireworks show and they got a final finale, it's like, Monty wouldn't know what the fuck that was. He's just a little firecracker behind a window. It's like if I was afraid of lighting that firecracker off and I stood behind my YouTube window and was like, it was a dud. Like, Monty's like a dud firecracker, like, that halfway exploded, like, you know, what show was that there, Monty? How about this? Check this out. And oh, this is going to blow your mind because, you know, it's going to be something beyond your understanding so profoundly. It's like you're going to be looking at it like this. I don't understand it. I don't get what's going on. That could be its own joke. Like, you don't get it. Do I care that you don't get it? No, wait, I don't care that brain-dead lemmings don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, no, wait, I'm really concerned. Maybe I should sit here and baby talk to them and make sure that they get it. The 1 + 1 = 2. Like, what if you know, during your first 2 years that you're born, you're doing the most learning, and if you were only baby talk then, so maybe you can only respond to a type of baby talk because that's how you were almost conditioned when you're born by mistake, because your parents baby talk to you, so you almost expect that type of talk. So let's go ahead and revert back to your childlike memories and talk to you like a baby. It's okay, brain dead zombies. You're brain dead, and that's all you gotta understand, and that I'm done with your brain dead shit. Understand it or don't. You know, be afraid of it or not. You know, be afraid of things that you don't understand, or whatever. Or use gaslighting tactics, whatever it is. You know, I'm sure you could. You know, one is known and bad, or do you know you're bad, or are you just plain old ignorant? It doesn't matter, brain dead zombie. You're a brain dead zombie, okay? Does that offend you? Are you offended? Is that all I'm doing? Is I'm trolling now and I'm trying to offend you? Oh, you're a brain. I'm so better than you. You're a brain dead zombie. Like I like it that you're a brain dead zombie. Like I want you to be a brain dead zombie. Like I'm not trying to help you not be a brain dead zombie, Miss Brain Dead Zombie. Yes, it's okay. You're a brain dead zombie. Yes, it's not. I mean, does that help you understand it any better? Does that help you understand it any better? That you a brain dead zombie? You know you're a brain dead zombie. Yeah. Reach through the camera and punch me in the face like, shut up, bitch! Actually, speaking of that, that's what I'm saying, like, you know, you're going to have to watch out for these brain dead zombies, you know. Because they're pissed that they're zombies. They are fucking pissed. And they don't like it when people expose who they are. They're pissed. They're like, fuck it. He knows we're following him. And he just told people. And although they think they're crazy, on some level they might actually understand, hey, he's being followed. You know, whether or not the vast severity of the situation they actually understand, they might be able to actually understand at some point, instead of where Aaron's like way up here and they're way down there and they're like, I don't get it, I'm a brain dead zombie. You can start to level that out, like, hey, they're following you. They're following me. You know, it's still like way off, but you know, they're following me? No, that's way too crazy. Or wait, what if it's true? They're following him. Or no, they need to because he's a bad person. No, wait a minute. You know. So I think at some point in time, you're going to fuck up. So I'm going to follow you and document everything that you do. And the second you slip up, we're going to get you. Because, you know, we know you're going to commit a crime at some point. We just don't know what it is. And it's, oh yeah, it's going to be real bad. Like, you're going to pick your nose. That's totally a crime. Oh my God, they're watching me to make sure I don't pick my nose. And they're everywhere. I mean, I'm surrounded by these fucking people that are following me. They're total fucking nut job lunatics, and they're following me everywhere I go, everything I do. Alex said take pictures of them. You know, and I think that's the smartest fucking thing. I'm gonna start taking pictures of them, and that's its own weirdness. So I'm not really gonna post the pictures. I'm gonna try to understand them a little bit before I really do anything with them. You know, I'm sure there's a certain amount, like, you know, tomorrow they'll be in a different bodysuit or something, or tomorrow they'll be a different Agent Smith, you know, because Agent Smith is kind of like a proxy. He can go from body to body, you know, or something up. I mean, I know that's crazy, but whatever, you know. So I'm thinking at some level, at some point, I think I can get you to realize that maybe me and you are being followed, or me or you, and to try to gain an understanding of, yeah, you're actually getting followed. like, really weirdly, too, by a lot of weird motherfucking people. Like, gang stalking, that's just too weird to call it that. Let's just call it you're getting followed. Or I'm getting, I don't know enough about you, really. But I'm thinking there's some level between brain dead zombie and, you know, kind of starting to come to a realization about other brain dead zombies. But maybe, you know, if you can't see it, you might be part of the problem. But how can we bring you out of this brain dead zombie coma and to get you to understand you're being followed? You know, seriously, like, you know, how, no, okay, maybe not so seriously. You're being followed, but you know, it's okay. You know, don't worry about it. Or what, I don't know. What the fuck do you say? You know, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how do you go from A to B with brain dead zombie? Like, I don't think you can. But what if you did find out that you were being followed, and then that could lead you from A to B at the beginning, and then you could go from B to C, and then you could go down the rabbit hole and take the red pill and say, hey, you know I was into that stuff, and I said that I was awake, and I truly feel like I have something to wake people up to, but now I'm starting to realize I'm waking up myself again, even deeper, and so now I'm realizing, hey, I didn't know it all. I wasn't as awake as I thought I was, and Aaron did show me something, and I thought it was crazy this whole time, and I thought, you can't show me something, I know everything. And then no, wait a minute, he's taken me from A to B, and holy shit, you know, he's not fucking around, you know. So how can I get you from, hey, he's crazy, to, oh, wait a minute, I just found something out, you know. And it's like, you're not really, but I think on some level it could happen. But that's the thing, that you know, you don't know you live in a prison planet full of brain dead zombies and aliens and shit. I mean, you don't know how serious the situation is. You're still thinking everything's fine, everything's happy-go-lucky, everything's fine, you're going to get to do this and live out your life. You don't know what's kind of going to happen here, you know, and so I'm trying to bring you down, you know, and then, so, you know, you might be shocked. You're going to go, oh, fuck, I don't believe it, and so you might revert back, you know, because there's going to be a lot of shit going on there. And I'm going to say, no, it's scary. Yes, it's scary. It's not all doom and gloom. Look, you know, well, look, maybe I look depressed. Sure, it's all doom and gloom, man. But, you know, if you get it, like, hey, I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to stand up for myself and say, they're not going to fuck with me. You will gain an understanding that you just, you can't imagine. Like, you're not depressed. You know, you're not going to take it. You're not going to stand for it anymore. You know, or whatever. But that's the thing, is where's the transition on, you know, it's like, there is, there isn't. So I'm thinking, if there is a transition, maybe it could be with you getting followed, which is kind of weird. I'm not saying I'm gonna follow you, but I'm saying, you know, someone else is following you right now, and if you kind of you might get scared, but I'm gonna say, you know, it is scary to know that, but we have to deal with it. Your tire is flat on your car. Okay? Are you just gonna leave it like that? Or are you going to put a new spare on the tire? Are you going to say, oh my God, I didn't prep for this situation? We keep spares in our car. We do that for a reason. We do a lot of weird things for a lot of weird reasons. We make buildings earthquake resistance just in case there's ever that earthquake. Now, what if we didn't build earthquake-proof buildings or resistant buildings? Well, when that weird thing finally happened, we would all fucking die, wouldn't we? So whether or not you know it or not, we've actually prepared for the situation very simply and easily by putting a spare tire in the trunk of our fucking car. Maybe you didn't have one. It's okay. Maybe you got AAA. And that's what I'm saying. It's not all doom and gloom. We're going to walk you through it. If you can accept, oh my God, doom and gloom, but what are we going to do? Oh my God, if you can accept, if you can get out of denial that there is a flat tire. You're sitting there saying, no, I'm fine. I'm sitting on all four. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm great. I'm fine. You know, just break down, cry about it, whatever you got to do. And if you don't do that now, if you don't just kind of get that bottled up, oh my God, it's really the end out, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, whatever, and get over that and put the spare back on your tire, you're never going to get back down the fucking road. You're at the standstill point, where it's like you're in too much denial that your fantasy broke and shattered down around you, and you're too broke down to move on. You know, it's too much for you to move on. And gather your wits about you, get out of the fucking car, pull the spare out, undo 4 nuts and bolts, jack the car up, put it on, jack it down, and you're going. It's really that fucking simple. But you're stuck in, I can't believe my fantasy broke down around me and I don't live in an idiocracy where everybody's ignorant. Oh my God, and you're sitting there on the side of the road like, oh, I can't believe my life has crumbled around me. You know, that's evolution. When that happens for these people, they're on such a high horse. They're so spoiled. People have called me spoiled brats. No, you don't even know the fucking half of it. These people are spoiled brats all the fucking way, and when their world crashes around them, when their dumb lemming zombie apocalypse zoo crashes down around them, they're gonna fall, and they're gonna hit that pavement so hard they die. And that's actually evolution. And look it up right on Pearl Jam, and when you see that guy falling out the window, it's actually a metaphor for what's actually going on. And although, you know, that's not what's going to go on, how are you going to crack in your brain when your fantasy shatters around you? Because it's like you do live in a fantasy. I don't live in a fantasy full of zombies. You live in a fantasy where everybody's not zombies. I've accepted truth. And I deal with it. I say my tire's flat, and I fixed it, and I'm going down the road, and I'm happy because I was able to deal with reality and better it and fix it. You're only bettering your fantasy and putting yourself even higher up in the air so you can fall down even further. Or whatever. It's like a bad relationship. Or something, you know. It's like they don't love you, but you love them, and you're holding on, and then when they finally leave, you didn't prepare yourself for that moment of truth where you were going to be alone, or whatever, you know. I thought that was a good analogy, in a way. I don't know about you. You might start thinking something else, but sorry that your brain wanders, because I was talking about this topic right here. But no, apparently my brain wanders because you're the brain-dead zombie, so that must mean I'm the brain-dead zombie. I see how you think. And that's actually fucking hilarious, dude. I'm sorry that you're brain dead zombie. I really am. I'm glad that you sit up on that fucking high horse. I am, dude. I'm happy you're up there because I get to watch you fall. And I know what you're doing right now, and you don't even know it. And so I'm like, the joke's on you, motherfucker. You think I'm depressed? No. I get to watch you fall off a high horse. And the more I know that you're this guy that I know, okay, the guy with the hat on, and he's like, he's the Mimi, and he's like, he helped you look for your wallet, or he stole your wallet and helped you look for it for an hour or something, you know. The more I know that that's you, the more I know you're going to help me look for, you took my wallet, I know it, I got it on video, and the more you help me look for it, the more that Mimi is just so fucking great, you know. It's like, look at that motherfucking dude. That's you. And the more you can know that and emphasize that by having him help you look for your wallet for 20 fucking minutes, that emphasizes the scumbagness of that motherfucker. And so how can I feel bad being a Pied Piper like I am if I know that you're not guilty? If you're not guilty, if you didn't pay me for getting rid of the rats, why would I have any reason to do anything else? If you pay me, that's it. There's no more Pied Piper shit. You know what I mean? You're a good guy. You didn't steal my wallet, and you didn't spend 20 minutes helping me look for it. But the Pied Piper is the Pied Piper because they ripped him off. He offered a good service, and they ripped him off. And it's the scumbag, and it's the guy helping you look for your wallet for 20 minutes when he stole it. And I say, come on, rats. And there's my little rat tune. Like, motherfucker. You think about that shit. I'm the fucking Pied Piper. And you're a fucking Mimi scumbag bitch. And it's over, bitch. You don't pay the fucking piper, the piper fucking fucks you. And you're a lemming, by the way. And that's why you follow the piper. All the way, baby. All the way. All the way, baby. And we call it evolution, baby. And you gotta love it. I love it. Now try to whistle like that, you fucks. I know I'm not like the best whistler, but you can't whistle that long, probably, can you? That's why I'm a piper. I have recirculative breathing. And that's why you fucked now, bitches. You fucked with the recirculative breathing motherfucking piper with the gold pipe, and I've fucking had it, and I'm gonna go, and you're gonna go, oh fuck, bitch, and I'm gonna go, yeah, you fucking bitches, you motherfuckers. You fucked with the wrong piper, bitch, this time, motherfucker. You fucked with the wrong motherfucker now, bitches. The piper. This is gonna do something that you never fucking imagined in your brain-dead motherfucking existence. That this piper right here had the fucking intelligence to bring down a fucking army of lemming dumb fucks just by going... And you're like... No. Because we just live in a brain-dead lemming zoo. A fucking brain-dead lemming prison zoo full of fucking retards. And they're all like, durr, 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 durr. Hey, the TV told me what to say. Durr, durr, durr. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? We live on this fucking prison planet full of fucking brain-dead zombies, dude. They're everywhere, and you don't even fucking see it. You don't see brain... I seen a comment the other day. People were like, man, those people are fucking zombies. I'm like, hell fucking yeah, those motherfuckers are zombies. Holy fucking shit, can you not see the fucking zombies? No fucking around. You don't think you're a zombie? I mean, maybe you're half awake. Okay, well, maybe there's a few zombies out there, Aaron. Oh, whatever. It ain't all doom and gloom. Yeah, I'll tell you why it ain't doom and gloom. You ain't getting that part, though. Your ignorance is why you think there ain't no doom and gloom. Whoa. You don't even fucking get that. That's serious, dude. Nah, it's actually not that serious, because it's like, well, you know, I think I just discussed that a little bit. I don't think you're gonna get it, so I could play my flute again, if that was gonna help you any. The fucking hell that you're gonna see. Actually, you're not gonna see it. You're just gonna live in hell and never really know it. No one gets that. No, you don't understand how I know no one gets that. I don't care who the fuck they are. You know. I mean, people have truths. They can never take it all the way. They will never know. They will never know this. I don't care how much they wish to God they knew or say they know or can replicate it and copy me. they fucking never know. And it's just simple. It's really actually very simple. They've actually never taken the red pill. They might have heard about it and read about it, and read about what it's like to take the red pill. They've never taken it. They don't know where it is, how it is. It's really not actually that hard to find. You're in the matrix. It surrounds you. It's everything you breathe and touch and taste. You need that Morpheus, though, right? That's the whole movie, right? Maybe that's your problem, is you're waiting for someone to show you. Well, somebody's here showing you, and you're too stupid to see it. Like, It's right in your fucking face, and you can't even see it. Everywhere. Brain dead zombies. It's a zoo, prison, and I guess you just don't believe it. You would never know that. You would never suspect that. You would never suspect that your life every day that you live right now, that you're the whole fucking 9 yards, the whole kit and caboodle, your brain dead zombie, living in a prison, don't even know it, all of it, the whole fucking thing. You don't even fucking know. And you want to fucking take a red pill or something? That's very interesting to think about. No one knows. I don't care what they say, how they say it, when they say it. There are people that do say it, and I know they're awake, and it's like that. You know an awake motherfucker. It's easy. Because they're fucking deep and philosophical in a way. Not that you absolutely have to be like that, but I mean, seriously, if you're sitting there with somebody and you didn't know they're awake, and all of a sudden they're like, boom! You know, they say one little thing, and you're like, wow, you gotta be awake. Like, you just fucking said it. You hit the nail on the fucking head right there with what you said. You gotta understand something. Lemmings have their place. Independent thinkers have their place. That's what you need to understand, is people have their fucking place in a way. I understand that, you know. I think it's you that don't, because you're the one always trying to fuck with me. And that, no, you don't, nobody fucks with me, right? Yeah, it's just all in my imagination. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, nobody follows me. Yeah, nobody follows me. It's just all in my fucking imagination. Yeah, what a fucking joke. I'll give you one last secret that I was kind of told in a weird way. I don't understand it. That's why I was thinking I need to learn more about this, so I figured I'm going to do this. So I'm only going to give you advice that I'm going to do, but later on I might find out that it was wrong or something. So, but I'm going to do this anyways. I'm going to research about America before it was America, the Indians and shit. How Christopher Columbus came, and the Indians didn't even... They were looking at his ships on the horizon, and they didn't believe it. And then they seen him sailing in the port, and they didn't believe it. It was like aliens coming down in UFOs and landing. It was so different. You know, the sails on those ships are, you know, thousands of tons, or not thousands of tons, you know, made of rope, hemp rope and stuff. And you know, they had to tie them and these sails. And the Indians, you know, they never seen big, masting, gigantic sails. They couldn't fathom how to build that type of technology in a way. There was a lot of technology in sailing ships and the trade winds and stuff, which got us over here with Christopher Columbus and stuff, or whatever. you know, and they knew how to sail the seas and use the stars and use compasses and shit. And Indians, you know, they had their own intelligence, but they, you know, that they didn't have guns and shit. So that was so far out there to them, they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. You're kind of sitting there right now in the same boat, in the same fucking way. You're dealing with something right now, you don't even know it, you don't even believe it, and it's going to destroy you, and you don't even fucking know it. And it's like, even the Smashing Pumpkins guy said, you need to get on someone on here that knows history, and he's like, I know you know history, but you got to get some kind of deeper insight. And I feel like, well, that's not because that's what he said, but I've heard that since I've been a child about the Indians and how they were fucked up. And if it's America and it's so free or whatever, you know, I don't know. I guess that was the beginning or whatever, but that's what you got to kind of understand, is how people were taken over. People are Native Americans. That's real people. People are Native Indians, Native Americans. They're native. They're Earthlings. Earthlings are Earthlings, you know. Christopher Columbus is like an alien. It's like, what if aliens did come down? Because they probably are, and you probably don't know it. And they're probably taking us over just like Christopher Columbus did. It's kind of like Half-Life 2 and a 72-hour war or whatever, because their technology was so sophisticated it only took that long. So we're basically already living the aftermath of the 72-hour war, and we don't even know it because they've conquered us that quickly, you know, in a way. So you would want to understand Indians a little better, their understanding, because that's who we are. We're Earthlings. We're Indians. So we kind of, you know, I don't know if we need to revert back to that or whatever. Not that it would be bad, but we need to understand where we came from to know where we were going, or who we are, or whatever. And it's like, you know, I think, you know, I'm from, you know, so I'm not saying to go and be a caveman or to, you know, forget about all the knowledge we've ever learned. I'm saying apply that to what we are supposed to be. Real Indians or whatever. I mean, I guess the Mayans were kind of weird, you know, and so I'm not saying like totally revert back, but there is some understanding from what I was told, you know, that's why I want to look into, is that, you know, there was something about the Indians